Hi friends, I'm Amy from Amy Latta Creations, and I'm so excited to share this new summer project with you today. I'm teaming up with my friends at Scorch to help you create this set of summer wooden utensils. These are perfect for your backyard barbecues and your picnics and all the fun entertaining that you're going to be doing in the next few months. To create this project, you only need a few basic supplies. First, you'll need some wooden utensils. I purchased a set of 6 different utensils made of bamboo. You're also going to need some fine grit sandpaper and your Scorch Marker Pro. You'll need a heat tool that's at least 1000 watts of power. If you don't have one of these, no worries, you can use your oven heated to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to need a sealer that's non-toxic and food safe if you want to actually be able to use your utensils with food. I recommend this handmade wood butter. The recipe for this can be found on Scorch Marker's Facebook and Instagram accounts. The final thing that you'll need is a very special set of stencils. I'm partial to them because I designed them just for you. They're a combination of phrases and images, things like beach life and fun in the sun, as well as palm trees, a watermelon, a sunshine, sunglasses, and more. To get these stencils, the first thing you'll do is head to the scorchmarker.com website. Under products, you'll look for the stencil set, and when you find it, add it to your cart. If you use the special code BEACHBUM1, all lowercase with the number 1, you'll actually get this stencil download for free. When you download your stencils, you're actually getting a digital file. So rather than a physical stencil that's going to be in your hands, you're going to be creating the stencil. So I recommend using something like an electronic cutting machine. I used my Cricut and some removable matte vinyl. All you do is download the stencil. I used the PNG form of each image, and I uploaded that into Cricut Design Space. Then I used my Cricut Joy to cut out the images that I wanted from removable vinyl. Once the cut is complete, you're going to take a pair of scissors and trim around the outside edges, and you're going to do the opposite of what you would typically do with vinyl. You're going to pull out the center of the image. So for example, when I made my palm tree spoon, I pulled the palm tree out so that I was left with vinyl that had the negative image. Then you're going to take a piece of clear transfer paper. You're going to use this adhesive paper and put it over top of your vinyl stencil, rubbing it to make sure that all the little pieces adhere. Then you're going to lift it up and it's going to pull the vinyl off of its paper backing. Then position your stencil on the wooden utensil wherever you want it to go. It could be on the spoon part itself, it could be on the handle like my Fun in the Sun, or anywhere that you want it to go. Then you're going to press firmly to adhere it. Once your stencil is in position, you're going to remove that transfer tape, so all that's left is the vinyl stuck to the spoon with the holes for where you want the image to be. Now it's Scorch Marker time. You're going to take your Scorch Marker Pro, and you can use either end of this fun tool. You can use the bullet tip, which is what I did. It's just like a regular marker. Or you can use the sponge tip on the other end, and you're going to fill in all the open spaces of the stencil with Scorch Marker ink. Once your stencil is completely filled in with Scorch Marker ink, you'll remove that vinyl sticker and you'll be left with an area that looks a little bit wet and maybe even a bit pinkish. But don't worry, it's gonna look wood burnt in no time at all. Now it's time to watch the magic happen by adding heat. It's time to grab your heat tool. You're gonna turn it on, hold it about 6 inches from your project, and slowly move it back and forth, evenly heating the surface. The ink of the Scorch marker is going to have a reaction with that heat, which causes your design to actually physically burn into the wood. We're not adding something like paint or stain. Instead, your image is actually burning itself permanently into the wood. The more heat you apply, the darker that the wood burn will be. Once your image is burned into the wood, it's there permanently. It's not going to be erased, it's not going to wear away, it's actually a part of the utensil now. I recommend sealing it with a food-safe sealer. Once again, I used this homemade wood butter, which you can find the recipe for at Scorch Marker's Facebook and Instagram accounts, or you can use another favorite food-safe sealer that you happen to have on hand. Remember to download the stencil set for free. Head to scorchmarker.com and use the code, all lowercase, BEACHBUM1. These stencils, remember, since they're downloadable files, can be used in other ways as well. We mentioned using them with your Cricut to cut vinyl. You can also use that vinyl that you cut to create signs, coasters. You can make stencils that you use with fabric paints or acrylic paints or any other type of craft supplies that you have on hand. Create tote bags, t-shirts, use them on your shoes, use them to make invitations for parties, outdoor signs. The sky's the limit, so feel free to use them in conjunction with the Scorch marker as well as all other kinds of craft products that you might have. For more crafting inspiration, make sure you check out amylattacreations.com as well as scorchmarker.com. Can't wait to see what you create.